My next guest is coming off a really impressive win over Tabatha Ricci, which for some reason the judges thought was a split decision. We'll talk about that in a second. That was back at UFC 295 on November 11th. It is Loopy Godinez back here on the program. Loopy, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Not as good as you, though. Let's start first with the fact you got to fight at Madison Square Garden. How cool of an experience was that? Also, with the fact you got to fight on there with some teammates.
Yeah, it was a great experience, like the whole arena and the like full of amazing vibes and having my teammates fight the same night as me, the energy, it was such a great night.
Yeah, it kind of worked out great. What was the game plan heading into the fight? Do you feel like you executed against Tabatha?
Yeah, the game plan was to keep it on the feet. Of course, if I end up on the ground on my back, get up. Um Cutting angles, and we knew she was gonna. If I pressure too much forward, she was gonna shoot. So we were ready for that to defend the shoot. Knee on the way, elbows or some punch. Just throw something on the break, and yeah, it looks like I did follow the game
It
plan.
worked out. Yeah. Was there anything about her that surprised you, kind of looking back at the performance?
No, we knew she was a tough girl. She's a black belt in judo, black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I stopped her game to follow my game.
Yeah, that's awesome. 30-27. They're reading it on the scorecards. What's going through your head at that moment? Because I think a lot of us were watching and going, "What is going on here?"
Yeah, it's always hard to know right after a fight. It's a lot of punches coming and going, and it's but like I was a little I was surprised, but we never know with the judges. We've seen a lot of crazy decisions. It's not the first time that happens. So yeah, it's the judges sometimes are funny.
Yeah. Well, thankfully you got the right scorecard there. And then the other you mentioned, we talked about teammates. Diego Lopez. How cool is it being there watching him get that win? Where were you? Were you actually like cage side, or were you watching on the TV? Where did you see him win that fight against Pat Sabatini?
Yeah, I was. I was in an interview in the back actually. Mid interview, I just started screaming. That video was super cool. Yeah, it was amazing to watch them. Alessandro and Diego, because they work so hard, and like everyone else, they got a goal. Like we all got a goal, and we are doing it, and then better doing it together.
Yeah, and you executed it, which is awesome. Now I know, if I'm not mistaken, because I've covered cards in New York before, you probably didn't get to celebrate too much that night because it's like early in the morning by the time you're out of there, right? Like, did you get to enjoy yourself after the fight?
Yeah. Well, with the team, we had some pizza, and the people that made my song, they came
Mhm.
to tell and sing for us my song, and it was pretty fun, and just spending time with the team.
Good. How was the pizza in New York? It's some of the best, I think.
Yeah, I have a hard time eating bad after a fight. The stuff come back, it feels kind of hot in here, because
Yeah.
I'm eating like that bad, and then when I eat bad, that. But yeah, it was good. I mean, it was good while I was eating it.
What did you think? I don't know if you saw the co-main event, Tom Aspinall knocking out Pavlovich. What did you think of that win? That was pretty incredible. Tom taking the fight on 2 weeks' notice and becoming the champion.
Yeah, that's always impressive when you take short notice fights and go through. Like is that says a lot.
And then obviously the main event, Alex winning the title, knocking out Yuri Prohaska. What did you think about that? That was pretty incredible too. Alex has now won belts in two divisions, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great. It's always impressive, when you have two belts in two different divisions. Like that also says a lot. Like, and he deserves it.
Uh, I know we're fresh off the win, but when would you like to have that next fight? We've got that UFC 297 card in Toronto. I don't know if that's something you're looking at, or what would sort of be ideal for you as far as the next fight.
Yeah, that's in January, right? And then
Yeah, it's kind of close, right? So
yeah, it's kind of close. I know that I don't take short notice fights, but I guess manager said I had to be a little bit smarter with all of this stuff, and whatever
hmm.
the UFC and the management and the coaches think is right, I'll do it.
They just had the press conference actually for UFC 297 today, and it seems like, and let's fingers crossed, that it sounds like they're going to be going back to Vancouver. They announced a couple other cities as well. I imagine you do want to fight in Vancouver at some point, just because obviously you're from there, right?
Yeah, it will be. It will be good. It's right there, right there. Even though I'm doing my camps in Mexico, right? That's
Yeah.
in Guadalajara. But yeah, honestly, I don't care where they put me. I can fight in my grandma's backyard. I don't care.
Any opponents of mine? I mean, this was a big win. Ricci was a pretty notable name in the weight class. What like I'm imagining a ranked opponent for sure, but who do you sort of have your sights set on next as far as an opponent?
Yeah, I've been saying, all of the girls that are above me are so good and they're all gonna make me better. They're all gonna make me work harder and just reach a different level in my career. So whoever they give me, to be honest, I'm down. I was looking at the list actually, and they're all so good. Like I want to do it all, maybe one each weekend.
For sure. I talked to Jamie Lynn Horth yesterday. I know you guys got to train together. She's got her fight coming up on December 2nd. I heard you sent her to the grocery store and made her speak in Spanish so she can learn the language. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, exactly. When we go to places, I'm like, you go. So you guys,
She's a good sport about it. How important is it to get to train with her? Because I know you guys are in different weight classes, but I'm sure like it's such a benefit to have the two of you working together, as you guys are both extremely talented in your respective weight classes.
Yeah, of course, it's good. As you say, we fought long time ago, and we've been, you know, training for a long time now, and it's always good to have a partner like her to
Yeah,
push.
no, it certainly helps. Yeah, and obviously, so her and I didn't realize this when we did our interview yesterday. I guess her and Veronica used to train together, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Veronica came to Vancouver, but like few years ago, and
2019, I think she said. Yeah.
yeah, and then I got to train with her a little bit, but Jamie was mostly training with her.
And do you have any plans for the holidays? I know you said you're going to stay ready just in case, but are you going back to Mexico? Are you going back to Vancouver? What are the plans after this?
Yeah, I gotta go back to Vancouver. Gotta spend some time there and rewire everything and go back to hard training again.
There we go. Do you have anything planned? Like you gonna go on any hikes or anything? It's not too cold here in Vancouver yet. So.
Yeah, with the dogs and with the family, and yeah, just go just go relax, enjoy my time, and because it's probably gonna get busier and busier every time.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Hey, Loopy, congrats on the win. We're looking forward to the next one. If there's anyone you'd like to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Well, thank you for having me, and just thank you everyone that has been following me since day one and that continues to follow me, and adding every time I fight. I'm sure new people get to know me, and I'm just thankful for everyone that is around me and helping me, making me better, and just in my corner.